Yorma's technique and song presentation are better than ever, which he often credits to a renewed concentration on practice. What is his recent approach to effective practice? I got one word: COVID.
Exactly, right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of ways to practice, and I guess it depends on, it depends on what your goals are with performance. So, we're into, let's see, we are into our
18.
yes, number 18. I see that. It's my 23rd show of this year, but it's quarantine number 18. Anyway, so just different ways to approach stuff. So sometimes a lot of the songs that I do, the fingerstyle songs, are like little pieces. They're sort of like little classical pieces, and they have to be more or less done the same way. Sometimes, especially when I'm not playing with Jack or something like that, when we bring back something like Great Divide Revisited, I space it out a lot more, and I'm sure that with Jack and I not being in the same room together, it probably challenges him a little bit to see where I'm going to go next, because then I'm really just following my own muse and stuff like that. But in terms of actually practicing, to just pick a song and play it over and over again. And I think that one of the important things for me, and I would encourage, all of us that practice guitar to do this, is when you're learning something, you've got to mess around and you got to get this right and that right, and you're agonizing over this and that, and that's the deal. Once you have the song sort of roughed into place, you're playing it. If you make a mistake, you can't stop and fix that mistake. You actually have to play the song as if you're playing it for a live audience. Because as I've said to my students and my buddies many times, you can't own a song until you've played it for somebody other than a family member or a pet. I mean, you've just got to get out there. And when you're doing that, then you can't stop to fix what you just did. So once you kind of know more or less what the deal is, then just play it as if you're playing a set. And I might do it twice, but I wouldn't do it more than that, because if I want to create that set atmosphere, I'm going to play another song that might need some work also. So anyway, that kind of works for me. I don't know if that's going to help you, Barry, but we have noticed that the more you practice, the better your performances tend to be. I'm just saying. I used to say all kinds of nonsense back when I was younger. Well, if you got to practice a lot, you're not playing with the right people. That is such utter nonsense. It really is, And I was utterly nonsensical to say something like that. Yeah, you got to practice. I mean, I did. I realized since I played by myself all the time, I was practicing all the time. That's the deal.
No, you're right about if you're repetitive, whatever the action is, that's how we get there.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that live. I love live music. Working without a net is a death-defying act. Except when one of us makes a mistake, nobody dies. So, just your recovery factor when you blow something, and we all blow stuff from time to time. To just make it work for you. Anyway, yeah. Well, Vanessa, I think we have time for a couple more songs. I was going to do Brother Can You Spare a Dime, but I'm going to cut that tonight and do it next week. But I am going to do a couple more songs, and the first one of these is, I'm going to do Day to Day Out the Window Blues. Let's check this tuning here. Beat that, Myron. I've told the story before, but I'm going to do it again. There's a gentleman, I've many years since I've seen him, I hope he's still alive. Asheville, North Carolina, Gary Burnett. He used to, back in the 90s, the only time I ever been to his shop, he had all these really high dollar, expensive guitars. As a matter of fact, when I was at his shop, the only thing I could afford to buy was that tweed case back there. I don't know if the camera's on that. Next to that blue case, there's a tweed case. Thanks, Gary. I've had that case for years. Anyway, so Gary would take down some pre-war Martin that was worth, who knows, he'd make a G chord and he'd go, beat that.